Who would I intern under? That's a good question. Uh, I feel like a couple characters could probably take advantage of a couple of things, like going off of more recent ones, like Drayden. I don't know, like he's such a new character with his like psychic abilities and everything like that. Like he could take an internship from just about anyone, and that's my character in Kari's Gate. Like I don't think he would. There's no one he would really set out to intern with. Like I guess just to maybe grow his like oracle type powers and stuff like that. But again, shrug. Uh, Cass, uh, Cass should intern with the angel chick who was on Haiku's team, who refused to duel him with like a healing, like in the healing arts, just so he could intern under her and show her actually how to heal people. But yeah, like I said, I would have to look for like for someone I viewed as a better healer. Now, like people like Nexus, I guess he's pretty everything when it comes to some healing. Who else? There's a couple there. Chaos is healing and everything like that too. But like they don't heal the same way. I don't think. Like I don't think they're medical healers. I think they're like energy healers more so. Nexus might be a slight medical healer, but then again, like I said, I don't know many NPCs that kind of fit that bill. Like yeah, Alex has had cosmic healing energy and it was everything, but it's like that doesn't do me any good to like be like let me get some cosmic healing energy. It's like new Itari energy is already everything when it comes to healing, and like that's all I want Cass to do is to be a better healer. Like I guess the best thing like I could think for him to intern under him would be someone who has a wide knowledge of like different races more than anything else. But yeah, like I know no specific NPC comes to mind. Uh, Zeratul I feel like would be easy. He'd intern under the Herald. Um, get to know that dude a little bit better. Get to find out what's going on behind the scenes. He'd be like, "Listen, you're apparently up there in this organization. I just wanted to tell you that I made a mistake when I didn't say yes to Legacy or anything like that. I realize now the error of my ways." And I think I talked to you guys about that, like where he always regretted it because the Zerg were his bane and Legacy did kill them. It's just like whenever it was presented to him, he kind of had like that young hopeful thing where the people of the universe can rise up and take this threat. We don't need to surrender all of ourselves to this being out there. But like that was arrogance on his part. Um, and he would have definitely apologized for it. But like, listen. And by the way, it's like, by the way, Harold, you seem to be like part of this organization. Why don't you can you pass this apology up the line and see if you can see if you can get this like whole death sentence lifted from me? Because listen, I got no interest in like stopping you guys or anything like that. Uh, Zeratul was very much a survivor, but I just played him poorly at a couple points. I think to go along with the groups, which is something that I still regret. But yeah, I would definitely have the two of them intern together because the Herald I think was like probably my most fascinating NPC in my games and generation. Like I liked his aesthetic, I liked his attitude. I was always curious to find out more about him. And I guess like what's his name? Alexis from Drew's game. Like I would pair him with someone like Stargazer because Alexis wasn't cosmic, but like he had like that cosmic type potential with the star energy. So like someone like him, well, pairing it up with Stargazer would have been everything for an internship. Um, Artanis, which is like Drew's cosmic being dude. Like who cares? He was already losing to the weakest cosmic being and random ninjas out there. There was no internship that was going to help him. Victor Vega, same way. He was already cool enough as it is. Someone should be lining up to intern under him. He'd teach a cooking class or something like that. Beef with bell peppers, only it was just peppers and no steak. uh, oh, beep offline. But yeah, who else? Atticus. Atticus is one of those people, like, there were people in his story that he ran into, but, like, who would I intern him under? You know what? Like, probably someone like the Master, because I remember running into him in a lot of movies, and that dude was everything when it came to fighting, and Atticus wanted to be able to get it in a little bit better. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like someone who would be really well for him to intern under. Like there was, like I said, there's a lot of interesting people. It's just I don't think they really fit exactly. Late game Atticus, or like whenever he was like Heaven Spawn, like that I would like a character to intern under him to see what's going on with his life. All those swords he collected, what do they do? uh, it's funny because I had said like, oh, the NPCs are more interesting in the first video, like as far as like the NPCs are, I think dominate more than the PCs. But here I am being like, yeah, I can't think of any NPC I'd want to have Atticus on there. But like I said, I think it's more about what that character, like when I think about like, you know, like Zeratul is very easy, and like a couple of them are pretty easy, but like some of them are definitely a little trickier to think of someone for, like Dre from Curry's game. It's like, you know, he's kind of fresh off the boat and everything like that. Like I guess hook him up with some random psychic, any psychic will do, but like no one really stands out as like you'd have to intern under this person for that character. Uh, Same way with like my character in Tamir's game coming up, Emrys. Like, yeah, Saiyan would be cool, but but like, you know, he's kind of new and has his own little path, the mystic side of things. So it's like, yeah, it'd be cool to have some mystic kind of character too. Like I guess I'm looking more for something that would benefit the character rather than make for an interesting story, which is, well, like Zeratul's still would be an interesting story. Like I could care less if the Herald taught Zeratul anything. Like that would just be for information. But like I said, I think like my largest thing would have been like, because to me, like that's still the big mystery to me is the Herald and everything surrounded that. Like, you know, people like Ace are really cool, like that I met in the Underworld tournament and stuff like that. But like I don't know that I'd want to intern under them for a year. Like the Herald, I think, is the one that stands out as far as the NPC I would like to get to know more, and I would like stick him with a couple different characters. You know, Zeratul would be the most obvious choice, but even Cass, like, well, no, because like I don't know, like I feel like Cass and the Herald would get along as well, because Cass already thinks too highly of himself, and the Herald's like that too. They'd probably butt heads over something. But yeah. So I guess my best answer would be the Herald and have Zeratul intern under him. A lot of my other characters, like I don't think there's anywhere near as good of a fit to that. And like that's even with like some of the additional information Kari's kind of given out the Herald. Like he was telling me about how Herald committed suicide. And it was like, man, like the Herald can't commit suicide. Like he was one of my favorite NPCs. And just to go out like that, like listen, Herald, you let me know where you are. I'll throw. Well, I guess I can't throw Cass into that ring. He's not doing anything to help. But maybe if I'd have made a more warrior character, we would have thrown him in the ring to help Herald not commit suicide and help him against all these ancient people that are coming back. Poor Herald. But yeah, I guess that'd be my answer.